Welcome, Taurus. This is your reading for June 2025. So we're going to jump right in. We're in the garden today. And after your reading, I am going to pull an extra card. They're fairy cards, so we're in the garden, so fairy should work. And then also, I'm going to show you the tabletop at the end of the reading, so you can kind of go through it and interpret it for you. If it doesn't make sense to you at all, whatever resonates to you, it is your reading, so it's important that it makes sense for you. Okay, so let's jump right in and see what's going on for you for June 2025, Taurus. Okay, let's move some crystals around. All right, here we go. Taurus, what do you need to know? What might come up for you in the time of June? Grow. All right. Now this is interesting because if you're a gardener, it's the time that you in the garden, you're growing things. Also, you can grow emotionally, spiritually, mentally. So growth is a pattern for you for the month of June. So that's perfect. I love that. So you may spend a lot more time in the garden. What is growing for you? Okay, so this is actually talking about you putting yourself out there, being on stage. So maybe if you have a blog that more people are going to start watching you. Again, it can be also just about you, your growth and being comfortable in your skin, you putting yourself out there. So this is the month really for you to be okay, to socialize. You might find that you're making friends more easily this month. It's a really important time. You kind of are going to have this little charisma this month. So go ahead and use that shine that you have right now. You're going to have a good growth spurt in as far as communicating with people, attracting people. Great energy for you for this month. Okay, let's just check a little further. Yeah, it feels like in the past that you've kind of like hidden, you may have been feeling a little low, or whatever it is. Maybe you're grieving. Maybe there's some people who passed on in your life and you still be, we all grieve, let's face that. And that never goes away. But this is talking about maybe you growing through that, moving, not moving away from it, but trying to realize that you need to keep on going on. And so, you may come to some realizations this month. Some old grief may come up too, but it's talking about how you handle it now. So for you this month, really, it is about your growth emotionally, spiritually, but also it feels like you're connecting with people, reaching out to people. Again, grow comes in a lot of ways, gardening, but also emotionally, spiritually, mentally for you is a good month, okay? Let's see what else. Okay, so this dumb card, I know nobody's ever dumb, nobody's ever stupid. This means, though, maybe not making a smart choice in the past. Maybe you've gone past that now. And let's just see what that is. And it may be something silly, too, like, forgetting to... Okay, so this makes sense to me. So dumb and the water. So what this tells me is about taking chances and risks. So in the past, maybe you have not done something because you felt like you didn't want to seem silly about doing it. And that's what this feels like to me. That's what this card says to me. It's like testing the waters that before you may have not tried something new because you were letting fear or maybe something from the past, maybe grieving somebody from the past. But now this is about you trying something new and going out there. So good for you, Taurus. Go ahead and do it. You don't make the same mistake. Don't be stupid about the mistake, okay? This is talking about you're growing, you're moving forward. Maybe you were afraid to take a salsa class or something, and now, you are going to try it, or maybe you were afraid to try some different food because somebody told you in the past it was bad, and now you're going to take a chance. So good for you, Taurus. Go out there, do it. Take that baby step. Yeah. Now, okay, so the thief card, and again, don't go into like I'm going to be robbed, but this is, again, somebody can actually be robbing you of your emotional, spiritual things that you've done in the past, which makes a lot of sense because you had this card too. So this is grieving from the past, let's say. And this is also allowing the past get in the way of stealing your joy. But it's, and I think that what happens is there's a lot of growth for you this month because it's sort of like you're realizing that they're stealing from you and your growth and your process. So it's like this month, it's almost like you come to realization like nobody is going to get in my way anymore. I am moving forward. I am growing. In fact, it feels like people are going to come up to you and say, oh, I met you 10 years ago and you know, I just love this of what you did, and now, you know, I want to do that, or something like that. It feels like there's really like a lot of opportunities that people are going to come to you for things, okay? Yeah, again, this comes back to scared. And it's all about, you know, the fear, letting things from the past get in the way. And it's like you've grown, you're growing. You really, really are growing. You've grown. And this month is, for some reason, it's going to be really evident this month. Okay, so this is the card. Again, this is grapes. So for me, this is like you're finally getting the fruits of what you deserve. It's like it's almost like I don't know if you've been doing a lot of self-realization, a lot of work on yourself, but it feels like you're putting the past to bed. You know, you're burying the past. You're not allowing that stuff to get to you anymore, because, you know, that fear of whatever it is, if maybe somebody said things to you in the past that you kind of like were, you know, in your head, you're kind of like, no more. I'm way ahead of that. This is the month where major growth for you. Again, I don't know what it is that triggers you this month, but this month it's like, no, I am in control, I'm powerful, and this is not going to get in my way. So very powerful for you, Taurus. Yeah, and not only that, but this, okay, so people look at this card differently. I look at it as choices. So now you have choices of how you want to react, what you want to do. You know, some people may say, oh, it's a consolation prize, but actually I look at this card as really all the things that have culminated in your life, that you're actually now, what choices do I want to make? I am in control. And for this month, the opportunity is going to rise for you, where you are going to see how much growth you have done. Again, it's like you put the past beside, and now something wonderful and new is happening, something that's an opportunity. Don't be afraid, okay? So don't not let it happen. For example, let's say, again, if you were a writer and somebody approached you to write an article for some newsletter or something like that, you might say, oh, I'm not good enough. Or if you're an artist and somebody said, oh, I saw this you did in the past, would you do this for me? Don't say I'm not good enough. That's done. That's old programming. You don't be scared, because this will be your rewards, okay, as far as I'm concerned. So I hope that makes sense to you, Taurus. Again, just take this month, take the opportunities. Do not let anything from the past programmings get in your way. You are going to be a star, okay? So go for it. So have a great month, Taurus. Oh, and let me just pull one last card, and then I will show you the tabletop. Okay, Taurus, we are going to pull a card for you for the fairies before I forget, and see what other extra message I'm going to send to you, or they have to tell you. Get some exercise. As your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways. So this is a little message. Go ahead and get some exercise. If you haven't, Taurus, get some more fresh air. You know, whether it's stretching, whether it's meditation, whether it's riding a bike, whatever it is, they're asking you to get some exercise. So go ahead and do it. All right? Enjoy it. It's June. Thank you so much for watching. Again, please like, if first time you're watching, subscribe, and have a great June.